Russian operations.
And we are now heading into our third week of the Russian attack on Ukraine. Ukraine's president now accusing Russian President Vladimir Putin of war crimes. And our local congressional members are also condemning Putin's actions.
At least one of them is sharing his fury. Our Erie News Now Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp joining us live right now from the U.S. Capitol with the story. Good evening, Rachel.
Good evening. I spoke with Senator Bob Casey after reports of a bombing that targeted a maternity and children's hospital in Ukraine. He is outraged, and he is not mincing his words about Putin.
The Russian attack on Ukraine continues. International leaders and congressional members are outraged over reports of a recent Russian attack on a maternity and children's hospital in southern Ukraine. Satellite footage shows the hospital before and after the attack.
Mothers and fathers and grandmothers and grandfathers protecting not just their children or their grandchildren or their home or their community, but literally protecting democracy itself from a murderous dictator who I said weeks ago had no regard for human life, and he proved it in a gross, gruesome, horrific way yesterday when he bombed a maternity ward.
Senator Bob Casey spoke with us following that attack.
I'm not a war crimes investigator, but that is a war crime. There's no other way to say it. And he should be investigated and prosecuted for that, in addition to the horror that he's bringing to the Ukrainian people.
The senator is praising the bravery of the Ukrainian people and their leader, President Volodymyr Zelensky, who the senator remotely met with a few days ago.
We hear from him directly about what this fight is about, how he has not just personalized this fight by putting his own life at risk every minute of every day since this war started, and frankly long before the war started, to tell the Ukrainian people, I'm staying, I'm going to fight, literally in the fight himself. I don't think there's an example in recent history of one leader being so courageous and in some ways manifesting and personifying the courage and the determination of his own people.
Senator Casey also told me that Zelensky's actions are inspiring not only his people, but also to Americans and others worldwide. Back to you.
Rachel Knapp reporting live from the Capitol. Rachel, thanks. Tonight, the U.S. Senate is deciding on a bill that would send nearly $14 billion in humanitarian relief to Ukraine, and that money includes economic and military aid.